Coach Darvin Ham of the Los Angeles Lakers just went from saying this.
On that note with Russ, do you see him as the definitive starter this season, or have you entertained the possibility of bringing him off the bench?
We're ways away. I mean, we got several options. You know, obviously we signed Dennis. We signed Pat Bev. We got a healthy Kendrick Nunn, along with Russ himself, Austin Reeves. So we have a variety of options to fulfill in our backcourt.
To then saying this after the first practice.
If Russ does what you kind of think he can do, you envision him as, right there with LeBron and AD in the
Absolutely, man. You know, it's this narrative that's being thrown out there, and that I never said. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. I mean, what goes on in this building, what goes on with the conversations with Rob, Russ, myself, this agent Jeff, I don't know. It's, you know, you have to hold your tongue a lot, choose not to speak on things, but then people draw different scenarios out of your silence.
Sure. Which
is crazy. But he was there front and center today and did well, brought a ton of great energy to the gym.
And when he said a ton of great energy, he meant a bunch of things like this. And then he was asked who's been running with the big three in LeBron, AD, and Russ during practice runs, and he said this.
Who's been running with that group in practices?
K. Nunn and Damian Jones. It's been good. It's been really good.
Okay, so it seems like Darvin Ham and the coaching staff for the Los Angeles Lakers obviously seen something during practice to make them change their tune on Russell Westbrook and whether or not he should be starting or coming off the bench. And it seems like he's on board with starting Russell Westbrook because he has nothing but positive things to say about Russell Westbrook and the starting role. But I'm super excited to see Russell Westbrook this year, to see him get his revenge this year, because they did him real dirty last season. And not even only the last season, they did him dirty during the offseason as well. It's like there was a media hit job on Russell Westbrook. Here's a clip of Lamorne Moore and Rachel Demita talking about the subject.
To hate him when he really is like giving all he's got is bizarre to me.
I think it was,
and even from the media standpoint as well.
I think it was a media hit job on him. It feels like that. It really
the
feels
Westbrook
like
conspiracy.
It really feels that way. I mean, I love the Lakers, and yeah, it wasn't a great year. But are we forgetting the fact that AD was hurt a lot of the year? LeBron was hurt a lot of the year.
Yeah.
They were hurt the year prior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You bring a guy in and expect him to change the entire culture of your team. Yeah, there was some weird plays. Sure, the top of the backboard was touched a little bit too much with the basketball. Sure, that happened. Maybe some airball layups. But guess what? It happens throughout the course of the season. A miss is a miss. I don't care how bad you miss it.
Yeah.
Man averaged 18 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, or whatever that was. You know how many players would kill for those stats?
And I completely agree with him, because it does seem like there's some type of hit job or smear campaign on Russell Westbrook. I've never seen that many media outlets talk about a player so much. Every episode they drop, there's like a little segment they dedicate just to Russell Westbrook and how much they think he should be out of the league, or how much they think the Lakers should trade him or just waive him. And the amount of disrespect has literally gotten out of control. And I was just watching a clip from Charles from Dreamers Pro talking about how Skip Bayless has literally been taking the disrespect way too far when it comes to Russell Westbrook. Here's a clip of him talking about it.
And when I saw that, I immediately thought about Skip Bayless. No one in the media, and I mean nobody, has annoyed me more than Skip Bayless over the last few weeks. The constant shaming and bashing of Russell Westbrook is becoming childish, and it's flat out corny at this point. Russell Westbrook has turned into a punching bag for Skip Bayless. And frankly, some of his takes, especially his recent takes on Russell Westbrook, are just flat out wrong-headed. Totally wrong-headed, and I think a lot of it is just absolutely ridiculous. Skip and Shannon were talking about the Lakers recently acquiring, Dennis Schroeder, to join the team again, right? And during that conversation, Skip saw another opening to take another shot at Russell Westbrook.
So the point is, then he tries to play the field again, and his free agent market has so dried up that he crawled all the way back to LA and took minimum to play for the Lakers.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so that's that guy's position right now. And the other guy they just signed, Patrick Beverley, is on his 4th team in 2 years. And yet, here's the painful and sad irony of this. Right now, as is, those two players, individually, they're better than Russell Westbrook.
What you're essentially saying is that if you were to replace Russell Westbrook 2 years ago on the Washington Wizards with either Patrick Beverley or Dennis Schroeder, you're telling me that team makes the playoffs with those guys leading the team? You're telling me that team, like, what are we talking about at this point? Like, what are we doing? What are we trying to do? Anybody that thinks that Dennis Schroeder or Patrick Beverley is better than Russell Westbrook is a basketball neophyte, and it just shows that you're an absolute moron when it comes to talking about the NBA.
I completely agree. Anybody who thinks Patrick Beverley and Dennis Schroeder is better than Russell Westbrook, you are out of your mind. Like, comment if you think this is going to be Russell Westbrook's revenge season, if he's going to come back with a vengeance. I personally think he is. I think he's completely locked in on basketball right now, and Russell Westbrook locked in is a dangerous sight. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy I Push, and I'm out.